we have Mr. Vijay Kumar Thadani, the Vice Chairman and Managing Director of the company, joining us on the show. Good afternoon, Mr. Thadani. Thanks so much for joining us on the show. And before we get into your specific numbers, let's discuss the demand outlook. How long do you expect to see demand continuing? Any views on the BFSI segment overall? Just give us a sense of what the demand for your services has been.
Yeah, I think that's a very good note for you to start your question on. The demand scenario has been moving. So if I say last 1 year ago, at the same time we were discussing that the demand from technology sector, especially because of new hiring, was slowing down, but the balancing force was the new technologies which had come in, which created a lot of need for talent expansion and talent upgradation. And to that extent, that was the opportunity. Over the year, the BFSI sector responded very well, and I think the talent need there was very, very strong and actually continues to remain strong, except there has been a dampening in the last part of the year given certain RBI actions as well as the overall economic uncertainty in the environment, which in Q4 we have been seeing. I think as we go forward, I do see the technology sector is returning, and there the hiring demand as well as skilling, upskilling, reskilling needs are emerging. Newer roles are emerging. I think AI and automation have really caused a huge movement in the way skills have to be managed within the organization, and I think all organizations would want to invest more. Even enterprises would like to implement generative AI rather than just flirting around with it, which is what has happened so far. But I think now in a serious manner, more investments will go. As more investments go, I think deeper skilling will be required. And then the last issue is that the universities also have to be prepared for this future. And the recent acquisition that we have made in a company called iamneo actually ties up the university space for us, because universities now have to work very closely with industry and the skilling sector to ensure that the talent which is coming out is actually future ready. So I see the technology landscape changing fast, and I think skilling needs will increase, upskilling, reskilling to start with, and I'm sure fresh hires will follow since there is a backlog which is pending there. In BFSI, at this point of time, there has been a small lull as the economic uncertainty is being battled with. But I have a feeling towards the latter part of the year that trend will remain. We as an organization are in an investment phase, and therefore we are very keen to use technology in a large way to keep a model which is expandable and which is scalable very easily. So our recent acquisition of AI-powered deep skilling platform, which is a SaaS platform, I think brings new value to what we can do to our customers, as well as what we can do to our college students and early career students that we otherwise service in our consumer sector. So I think I gave you a long response to a short question that you had.
Mr. Thadani, also give us some color on the overall growth, for FY26. What will be the organic growth rates that you're expecting?
Yeah. So first of all, I'm not sure whether we have covered the growth rate that we achieved in FY25 because we just completed a year. Oh, well, there you are showing. You've shown it for Q4. For the whole year, the growth was 18% year on year in revenue and 20% year on year in profit after tax. And I think that's the right way to look at it, because it's a seasonal business and Q4 is seasonally weak. Going forward, we want to better on this growth rate, which means we are in an acceleration mode, given that we've been in an investment cycle. So we would like the growth to grow more than 18% plus. And obviously, this will also mean integration of various elements, investments in technology, investments in customer acquisition, investments in making sure that we strengthen our operations to handle this growth. So to that extent, this 1 year will remain strong in the investment mode as far as the profitability is concerned. So that's our overall outlook. But we seem positive. We look positively at the next year, especially now that the external situation is settling down. Of course, the market uncertainties, the global uncertainties, and the global trade relations and various other factors continue to remain work in progress and continue to remain things to be watched out for. So while we are optimistic about the year, I think I would also like to say we would like to revisit the situation every quarter, given the rate at which things change nowadays.
Right, Mr. Thadani, also give us a sense on the recent acquisition that the company has made. 70% acquisition of iamneo is something that the company has done very recently in April. Talk to us about how margin accretive this business is going to be. What's the timeline for it to start becoming margin accretive, and what's the rationale behind this acquisition?
Okay. So you asked 4 questions in one, so let me attempt one at a time. It may not be in the same order. So we are very excited about iamneo as an acquisition, as a member of the family that we have inducted. A very, very young and ebullient workforce that we have, and we're very excited about it. What do they do? They are an AI-powered deep skilling SaaS platform. So it's a platform play, and therefore its implications are in all segments of work which we do. They themselves are very strong in the university segment, and university is a very important segment to add, given the government stress also, as per the new education policy, to integrate skilling, industry, and higher education together. So we are very excited, and they fit one very important point that we had in our strategy. They will be growth accretive, they will be margin accretive, and then they are also profit accretive, net profit accretive. So I think it's accretion on all angles, and obviously it's very talent accretive because they bring very, very strong talent pool into the family, and we are very excited to have them with us.
All right, Mr. Thadani, thank you so much for taking the time out and joining us and sharing with us the outlook and the numbers for NIIT. We will let you go on that note. But with that, it's time for us to slip into a short break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Stocks in Focus after the break. Stay tuned.